Craig Melvin and Lindsay Czarniak have long been considered one of the most admired and grounded couples in American broadcasting. With Craig's celebrated career as a journalist and co-anchor of NBC's Today Show, paired with Lindsay's respected presence as a sports anchor and reporter, the two have often been seen as a power couple whose partnership transcends the glitz and chaos of the media world. For years, they've walked red carpets arm in arm, spoken lovingly about their family, and projected the image of a marriage built on mutual respect, admiration, and an unshakable bond. Fans have admired them not just for their professional successes, but for the warmth and authenticity they exude as partners and parents. Yet behind the polished appearances and the photographs of smiling family vacations, a storm may have been quietly brewing. Craig and Lindsay's love story has always been one of those rare tales that feels refreshingly real. They met through their shared work in television, where their paths crossed during overlapping assignments. Craig, with his calm authority, quick wit, and reputation for fairness, seemed the perfect balance to Lindsay's spirited charm, razor-sharp interviewing skills, and elegance on screen. Together, they represented the best of American broadcasting, two professionals who thrived in their own careers while building a family life that felt both aspirational and relatable. For years, viewers saw them as the couple who had it all: a beautiful home, a loving family, and two successful careers that never seemed to overshadow their devotion to one another. They were not only admired for what they achieved individually, but also celebrated for how they appeared to support each other unconditionally. But in recent weeks, whispers have begun to circulate. Insiders claim that a shocking discovery has thrown Craig and Lindsay's marriage into turmoil. Craig Melvin, usually known for his poise and steady demeanor both on and off screen, was reportedly seen leaving his Connecticut home in a rush, visibly upset, distraught, and uncharacteristically shaken. Witnesses say this was not the calm Craig they had grown accustomed to seeing every morning on Today. This was a man in the grip of something deeply personal, something raw. Sources close to the family suggest that this emotional departure stemmed from revelations Craig may have uncovered, rumors of an inappropriate closeness between Lindsay and a professional colleague in the world of sports broadcasting. The whispers suggest late-night meetings, hushed conversations, and absences that Craig could no longer ignore. Could Lindsay, long celebrated for her professionalism, her warmth, and her commitment as a wife and mother, really risk everything she and Craig have built? For many fans, the very suggestion feels unthinkable. And yet the image of Craig leaving home in visible distress has forced people to wonder if there may be more truth here than anyone wants to believe. What makes this story so painful for the public is Craig himself. He has built his career on being relatable, trustworthy, and above all, genuine. Unlike many television personalities who maintain a strict boundary between their professional and personal lives, Craig has always allowed glimpses of his humanity to shine through. He's spoken openly about family, about values, and about the importance of partnership. He once described Lindsay not just as his wife, but as his anchor, the person who steadies him when the world feels overwhelming. To see him shaken, angry, and walking away from his home in such a state has rattled his fans deeply. If Craig, who has always appeared so steady and secure in his marriage, could be facing such heartache, what does that say about the fragility of love, even in the strongest unions? For her part, Lindsay Czarniak has chosen not to address the rumors. She has continued to fulfill her professional commitments with her usual grace, appearing on camera composed, smiling, and fully immersed in her work. She has said nothing publicly about the speculation surrounding her marriage. Some interpret this silence as a dignified refusal to give the gossip the oxygen it craves. Others, however, see it as avoidance, an attempt to allow the storm to blow over without confronting it directly. But silence is a double-edged sword. While it protects against feeding the rumor mill, it also leaves space for speculation to grow. Is Lindsay rising above baseless gossip, or is she hiding a painful truth that she isn't ready to face publicly? Together, Craig and Lindsay have built not just a marriage, but an image, one of sophistication, integrity, and family values. They have always been more than just TV personalities. They are role models, people viewers feel they can trust and admire. Their image as a strong, united couple has only added to their credibility as professionals. But if the rumors of infidelity and strife are true, the cost could be monumental. Not only could their marriage suffer, but their reputations as reliable public figures could take a devastating hit. Fans might begin to wonder whether their authenticity was ever real, or if it was just another carefully curated illusion. As expected, the internet has erupted with reactions. On one side, supporters are rallying around Craig, expressing sorrow for what he might be going through and urging him to stay strong. They see him as the wronged party, the man blindsided by betrayal. On the other side, defenders of Lindsay argue that nothing has been proven and point to her impeccable career and character as evidence that she would never risk her marriage. The divide is sharp, emotional, and ongoing. Social media is filled with speculation, debates, and heartfelt messages, proof that Craig and Lindsay's marriage is not just their own, but something the public feels deeply invested in. That is the question weighing on everyone's minds. Will Craig and Lindsay address the rumors in a joint statement? Will they attempt to reconcile privately and allow time to heal the wounds? Or will the whispers of betrayal grow too loud to ignore, pushing them toward an inevitable public confrontation? Those close to Craig believe he is unlikely to make any rash decisions. Despite his anger and anguish, he is a man of reason, and more importantly, a devoted father. The couple shares children, and protecting them will likely remain his highest priority. But emotional scars, whether the rumors are true or not, are not easily erased. Trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild. And so the world waits, watching, wondering whether Craig and Lindsay's marriage can withstand this storm, or whether the foundation has already been irreparably shaken. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. Craig Melvin's visible distress and Lindsay Czarniak's silence have left the public captivated. Their story is not just about a marriage in turmoil. It is about the fragility of love, the pressures of public life, and the painful reality that even the most admired couples are not immune to heartbreak. For now, the only certainty is uncertainty. And as fans wait for answers, Craig and Lindsay's love story remains suspended between hope and heartbreak. This story is far from over. Before you go, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We'll continue to bring you the latest on Craig Melvin, Lindsay Czarniak, and the most compelling stories from the world of broadcasting and beyond. Stay tuned, because what happens next may surprise us all.